Smart people don't pick partners the way most people do. They don't get blinded by infatuation, swept away by chemistry, or hypnotized by beauty alone. They know that those things fade, and when they do, what you're left with is either someone who adds to your life or someone who drains it. The difference between a life of peace and a life of chaos is in how you choose. And the truth is, most people choose blindly, but smart people, they choose with intention. The first thing smart people look for is character, not charm, not status, not promises, character. Because charm fades, status can collapse, and promises can be broken. But character is who a person is when no one is watching. Smart people ask, does this person lie easily? Do they cut corners? Do they take responsibility? Because you can't build trust with someone who lacks character. And without trust, attraction becomes poison. Smart people know that emotions are temporary, but patterns are permanent. A woman might say she loves you today, but her habits, how she treats people, how she handles stress, how she manages money, those will shape the relationship more than any words. That's why smart people don't get distracted by the highs of early romance. They pay attention to patterns because patterns predict the future. They also understand the difference between compatibility and chemistry. Chemistry is fire. It burns hot, fast, and intoxicating. But compatibility is wood. It burns slow, steady, and lasting. Smart people don't mistake chemistry for love. They ask, can I live with this person's habits? Do our values align? Do our visions for life point in the same direction? Because chemistry without compatibility always ends in ashes. Another thing smart people notice is how someone treats themselves. Do they respect their own body? Do they keep promises to themselves? Do they take responsibility for their own growth? Because if someone doesn't respect themselves, they'll never fully respect you. Self-respect is the foundation of healthy love. Without it, the relationship becomes a rescue mission, and rescue missions always fail. Smart people pick partners who know how to be alone. Why? Because someone who can't handle solitude will cling, demand, and suffocate. They'll expect you to be their entire world, but a partner who can stand on their own 2 feet brings peace instead of pressure. They choose you, not because they need you, but because they want you. That distinction makes all the difference. They also understand the importance of emotional regulation. Anyone can be sweet when things are easy, but when stress hits, when disagreements arise, when jealousy creeps in, that's when you see the real person. Smart people look for emotional stability. They ask, does this person spiral into chaos when they're angry? Do they weaponize silence? Do they escalate instead of communicate? Because the wrong emotional wiring can destroy even the strongest love. Smart people pick partners based on values, not vibes. Values are the compass of a person's life. Do they believe in loyalty? Do they honor family? Do they respect ambition? If your values don't align, the relationship becomes a tug of war, one of you always pulling the other in a direction they don't want to go. But when values align, everything else feels easier, smoother, more natural. Another brutal truth: smart people don't ignore red flags. Most people see them and hope they'll disappear. Smart people see them and investigate. They don't excuse lies, dismiss disrespect, or rationalize toxic behavior. They know that what you tolerate early on will multiply later. That's why they act fast, because it's easier to leave at the start than to escape years of entanglement. Smart people know that attraction without admiration is dangerous. You can desire someone physically, but if you don't admire who they are as a human being, desire will turn into resentment. That's why they asked, do I admire this person's discipline, their work ethic, their kindness? Because admiration sustains attraction long after beauty fades. They also choose based on how conflict is handled. Disagreements are inevitable, but does this person aim to resolve or to win? Do they listen or just wait to speak? Do they take responsibility or always blame? Smart people know that conflict resolution is the make or break skill of relationships. Without it, love rots into bitterness. Smart people pick partners who respect boundaries. They know that a woman who ignores small boundaries will eventually violate big ones. They test gently. Does she respect my time, my need for space, my word when I say no? If the answer is no, they don't ignore it, because a partner who doesn't respect boundaries doesn't respect you. Another key is growth. Smart people don't want someone who's stagnant. They want someone who's evolving. They ask, does this person read? Do they learn? Do they reflect? Because a stagnant partner drags you down, while a growing partner lifts you higher. Smart people know you can't build a future with someone stuck in the past. They also pay attention to gratitude. Entitlement kills love, but gratitude nourishes it. A grateful partner appreciates the small things, notices the effort, and gives back. An entitled partner takes everything as owed. Smart people choose gratitude because gratitude creates reciprocity, and reciprocity sustains love. Smart people don't chase beauty alone. They know beauty is everywhere, but true partnership is rare. They ask beyond her looks, does she bring peace or chaos? Does she inspire me or drain me? Does she add value or take it? Because beauty fades, but energy remains, and the wrong energy will poison even the most beautiful face. They also look for humility. A partner who thinks they're perfect will never change, but someone humble enough to admit flaws, to apologize, to grow. That's someone who can sustain a relationship. Smart people choose humility because they know pride builds walls while humility builds bridges. Smart people pick partners who match investment. They don't give endlessly to someone who gives little in return. They watch, do they initiate, do they reciprocate, do they show effort? If the investment isn't mutual, they don't chase. Because one-sided effort always leads to resentment. They also choose based on alignment with the future. Smart people don't just ask, do I love her now? They ask, can I see her as the mother of my children? Will she support my mission? Will she build with me or against me? They know that short-term desire isn't worth long-term regret. Smart people notice how a partner speaks about others. If she constantly criticizes, gossips, and tears people down, she'll eventually do the same to you. But if she uplifts, encourages, and shows kindness, she'll build you up instead of breaking you down. Words reveal mindset, and mindset predicts destiny. They also understand the importance of peace. A chaotic partner may be exciting in the short term, but chaos destroys in the long term. Smart people choose partners who bring calm, not storms. They know that peace is the foundation of progress, and without peace at home, you can't win outside. Another factor is trust with temptation. Smart people watch how a woman handles male attention. Does she flirt back? Does she need constant validation? Or does she set boundaries with grace? A partner who can't resist temptation will never give you loyalty. And loyalty, for smart people, is non-negotiable. They also choose based on self-awareness. A woman who blames everyone else for her problems will never take accountability, but a woman who reflects, owns her mistakes, and learns from them is priceless. Self-awareness prevents cycles. Without it, the same fights repeat forever. Smart people also look at family history, not to judge, but to understand. Patterns run deep. How does she view marriage? How does she handle money? How does she speak about men? The answers reveal the blueprint she'll bring into your life. Ignoring it is like ignoring the foundation of a house before you buy it. They also consider how she responds to no. A woman who respects your boundaries, who doesn't manipulate when you don't give her what she wants, is rare. But a woman who punishes you for no will eventually destroy your freedom. Smart people choose the first because they know freedom and respect are inseparable. And here's the ultimate truth. Smart people pick partners with their eyes open, not their hearts blind. They know love isn't just about feelings, it's about fit, it's about respect, values, boundaries, and growth. They don't gamble with the most important decision of their lives. They choose wisely because the wrong partner will cost you everything, but the right one will multiply everything you are.